across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Oh, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jaxson Dart.
These are the type of games, Mike, where you can become a legend not only for your franchise, but to the entire city. His play throughout the year has helped them get to the point where the NFC Championship is taking place in their stadium. And if he's able to continue to play at that high level over these next 4 quarters, his team's going to have a real shot to end the weekend as NFC champions.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Giants first down.
A play fake. Now Dart. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. Here's 1st and 10.
16 more yards. That's another Giants.
On the play fake, here's Dart. Short, complete to Likely. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To the air once more is Dart. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
2 yards.
His first catch of this NFC Championship game. Good enough for a first down.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guy...
And he's in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs, and now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to their defense, let them play with a lead at home with the home crowd, and you're feeling really good about how the rest of this game can play out.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
Playoff football always brings a different level of energy, Mike, and now here you are on the road, NFC Championship game. You understand this home crowd, they are going to be on their feet. They've been looking forward to this day for weeks, so get off to a good start. Operate the system, get in and out of the huddle. Sometimes it's the team that settles in the quickest that ends up having the best success throughout the rest of the game.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
13 yards on the play.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, Detroit.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Lions.
Once again, it's Gibbs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
There's always a question about these first-round picks, Mike. How fast do they adjust to the NFL level following their success in college? And we can see flashes here. They think they've got themselves a future star in the making. We got a great example of it in this play.
Throwing on second down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 26
that one's good for 26 yards.
And the Lions first down.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go play action with Goff. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Alston. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Malcolm Rodriguez in for the tackle.
Brings up second and 9.
Quick throw on the RPO, and he gets it to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down after a big second down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That's maybe straight a little too far, and it draws the flag. On second down, Dart will swing this out wide to Tracy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it
out of the gun. Third down. It's Dart. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
And the Giants first down.
Dart gonna fake the give and hold on to it, and he'll work his way down into about the 41.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going in short game.
Left side in the hands of Neighbors.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another.
In motion goes Likely.
First down. First and 10 at the 20.
On the give, it's Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Rodriguez on the tackle. A loss of a yard.
To the air on second down. Dart, nowhere to go. He is taken down. Terrion Arnold, former first-rounder out of Alabama. In on the corner blitz. He makes the play.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man.
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A loss of 9.
And These are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell. Goff to throw. Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. So, on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. I have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Reed there defensively.
Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. Pass caught left side by Likely. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They've had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Throwing here is Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On second down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And he'll get about 5.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5. One quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. All even on the scoreboard. Or from MetLife Stadium after this. Lions ball to begin the second quarter. They'll come up here on second down and 5 as we are ready to get back underway. To the left side, pulled in by Conklin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing, Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
That's another Detroit Lions.
Gibbs trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Goff to the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Giants 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Dart going to throw here on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
22 yards. And the Giants.
On the play fake, here's Dart. His throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Giants first down. First and 10.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
The run here with Devin Singletary. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. In motion goes Likely. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 13.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit.
And he's into the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The extra point, up and good. And the Giants will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Goff to throw. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Goff. That's caught. It's Isaac to Slaw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play.
Brian Burns.
The backfield empty here for third and 2.
Brings up third and 2.
To throw is Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
15 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Taken down
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Now, Goff. Whoa! And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 21 yards.
He'll show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 1.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up.
For a Lions first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Gibbs. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. Here's Goff. That is caught. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Gates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions have broken the deadline as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Neighbors in motion. They'll run with Tracy. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Tracy. No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun. 3rd down. It's Dart. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now as he's on to punt for the Giants. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. 2nd down, they need 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Gain of 4 yards.
Goff to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
No gain on the play.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and 2, and it's Dart. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Lions offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right. Time for Big Al's halftime takeover. Grab a plate, I'm serving the truth. We're back across the Hudson, and this one's got NFC Championship sauce all over it. The Detroit Lions, the New York Football Giants. Winner goes to Atlanta for Super Bowl 61. Loser goes home with a season full of regret and almost. Week 1, the Giants got Detroit in this building and beat them in a close one. But tonight, Detroit looks like they watched the game tape with black coffee, no sugar, no excuses, and said, that ain't happening twice. They fixed the pass coverage, they patched up the O-line, and now they look like a complete team kicking down the door to a Super Bowl with muddy boots. Jared Goff, 19 of 23, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. That man is dealing like he's at a family card table, and nobody told him that rent money's on the line. Jameer Gibbs, 10 carries, 61 yards. He ain't even gone full fireworks yet, and that's the scary part. Gibbs is the kind of guy who needs 1 crease, 1 bad angle, 1 defender blinking, and boom, he's gone like your uncle when the check hits the table. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 catches, 31 yards, and a tutty. Quiet on volume, loud on impact. That's star behavior. But don't start burying the G-men. Not in Jersey, not with this team. Jaxson Dart, 16-18, 186 through the air, 1 tutty, 1 pick. This kid's sharp, calm, cool, and accurate. He's standing in the pocket like the moment ain't too big for him. Tyrone Tracy Jr., 10 touches for 68 on the ground, 1 touchdown. And Malik Davis, 5 grabs, 61 yards. Reliable, dangerous, always open. Well, let me tell you who got my attention. Arvo Reese. This guy looks like a hired hitman out there. No wasted movement, no friendly conversation, and bruises right through the pads of his opponents. Detroit has the lead, New York has the building. Atlanta's waiting. And before we get out of here, big shout out to all the subscribers, channel members, and poll warriors holding down the Maddenverse every week. And don't forget, hit up the Verse merch store for some fresh Portal tees and Cityscape sticker collections. Haven't subscribed yet? Hit the button. It don't cost you nothing. Join the family. 3rd quarter kickoff ahead. 2 teams, 2 choices. Make adjustments or excuses.
This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Off the play fake, here's Goff. To the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and...
Here's Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Throwing here is Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
And the Lions
on the jet sweep that gives to St. Brown. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and it's not going to be a lot of gain.
That's good. For the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It was Ardarius Washington bringing them down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Goff. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And now it's 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Brian Daboll there, the head coach of the Giants. His guys heading back out for their next possession. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. They'll go play action here with Dart. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. 3rd and a long way to go. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Dan Campbell there, the Lions head coach, as his guys head back out for their next possession. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quickly out to Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 43-yard line.
They hand it to Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
A 2-yard loss. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Tennessee.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
The Giants offense make their way out to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Taken down back at
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. A carry here for Tracy. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Rolling to the left. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stay. They're already heading backwards. John Runyon, the guilty party. Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
A gain of 17
So barring an
yards.
aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Dan Campbell there, the Lions head coach, as his guys head back out for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it third and 4.
Throwing, Goff. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterbury. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's to Mooney, complete right side. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Makes it third down and 10.
Out of shotgun, it's Dart. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have the Giants' first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Slayton is the man in motion. Here's Dart on first and 10. He looks middle here and get it to Neighbors. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 14
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
First and 10.
12 more yards. That's another Giants first down.
Here's Dart. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Dart gonna throw it again. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. So they're gonna take over at their own 8-yard line.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. on the ground to start. They give it to Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, Goff going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Goff. He finds his tight end, Conklin. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Lions, 1st down.
Goff gives it to Gibbs, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
24-yard line.
1 quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. His throw, left side, for Tasman, he's got it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Lions.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Goff. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That's caught! And he's out of bounds. Mark him down right at the 10-yard line.
That's another deep.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 10-yard line.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Tremaine Edmonds getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal. Throwing here is Goff. Got his man at the 6.
Complete to Sam Laporta.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Mooney in motion. They'll go play action here with Dart. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 29.
His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Try again. It's second and 10.
Lions 18-yard line.
Now Dart. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. That's Kirby Joseph, the hard-hitting safety, making a beeline to the backfield to record the sack. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Out of the gun here. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Lions have come up with the football. A run here with Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Goff to throw. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to change it. It's a first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Brings up second down at the 39.
They'll run with Gibbs. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
To throw is Goff. That's caught by Tesla. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Brian Daboll there, the head coach of the Giants. His guys heading back out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Off the bootleg, here is Dart. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second down, Dart. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second
And he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
A loss of 2 yards. It's third.
Out of the gun. Third down. It's Dart. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Cam Scatteraboo coming out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
There defensively.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. He's going to dial up another deep ball.
Bounce pass intended for Malik Neighbors. Incomplete.
The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. First and 10. Now Goff. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And the Lions first down. First and goal.
Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Gibbs. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. And that is incomplete.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a third interception and kind of just throws this one away.
That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. This is first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Up the middle with Scatteraboo. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Back to crown the NFC champion after this.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now, on second and long.
At the 14-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 13.
To throw is Dart. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. One time out at their disposal, but the more pressing need, you have to score twice. It's first and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 5 brings up second and
Dart going to throw here on second down. He's got his man, that's Slayton. He'll be marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 to the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable third and short. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Giants, first down.
Dart on the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down. Here's first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Giants.
He'll get up and
first
clock
down.
it and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. To the air on second down. Dart. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain
Here's
of 11.
first and 10.
And the Giants first down.
They'll run up and clock it a little over 30 seconds, all that is left. Throwing is Dart. Short, complete to Likely. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third.
To the air again goes Dart. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
An 8-yard loss. Brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
These are the situations where as an offense you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.